Alright, we're going to be drawing problem 4.3 in this video as an IPT. So to do so, we're going to, of course, go to New, Standard IPT, and we're going to open that. And when you get opened, we're going to start by creating a 2D sketch on the XY plane. So we're just going to get in here, and with this shape, I kind of like to go from A to B to C to D to E to F to G and so on. But this one can be tricky because we got to get that 37-degree angle and keep it there. So what I typically like to do is I like to start this. So coming 37 degrees up can be a challenge. We know the distance of the line A to B is 2.85. So we can do 2.85, and then if we hit tab, so if we hit the tab key, we can change the angle. So the distance is locked in, but then it's critical you do the tab key. Now, since we know the angle is 37, that means we got to take 180 and subtract 37 from it to get our angle, which will give us an angle of 143 to the baseline. That is the most critical angle. After that, everything kind of gets easier. And we're going to keep going from here. So, like for B to C, we know the distance is going to be 3.9. And then we've got to do some polar coordinates for that. So, we know the distance is 3.09. 0.09. And then we can see here the angle popping up. So if we hit tab again, we can come back in here and do the angle of 85. So this is what's called doing polar coordinates. So C to D is 1.93. So we're going to say 1.93. We're going to hit tab. So we're going to hit tab, and then we've got to enter this angle. So it does happen to be the angle we're looking for is 58. So 58 degrees. So we got to get 58 in there, which will let us go to our next angle. This is going to be D to E, which is 8.21. We hit tab. And then we want that angle to be 88 degrees. So we do 88. We're going to come back in here and we want E to B. E to F is going to be 5.53. The angle is going to be 95, so 0.53. Hit tab, and that angle is going to be 95. Now we're coming in here. So F to G is 6.35, and the angle is 52. So the angle is 52, and then we're just going to connect the last line and click OK. Now if you got this angle in here, so if you did get that first angle, just to show you, like that first 2.85 at, if you get the first one in there for the 143, after that you really could kind of come in, draw a line, go, click once, click twice, put the dimension in, and then click between the lines to get the angle. You could have done it all this way after you get the first one, but doing the polar coordinates is better. So you have to remember that you hit tab to switch between them. So then we finish sketch, and we'll just extrude it 1 inch. So that gives you the shape. And since I've got time left in this video, we will do it on an... So we're going to do the GTTIDW. You can call the problem 4.3. And we're going to do some different things for this. We're going to bring the base in regular. So we're going to bring the base in at 1/2 inch and click OK. So I bring the base in somewhere where I've got room to dimension. And our conventional dimensions are, once again, we're going to want to try to make it look like this. So conventionally our dimensions are going to look like this. This dimension here might be particularly difficult. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually get that angle. So we may have to do something to make that happen. But the rest of it shouldn't be too bad. So let's start with what we're going to have to do to make this happen. We're going to click on here, and we're going to actually have to do a trick. So we're going to project the geometry of these two lines. We're going to zoom in, and we're going to make a very small line right here. That's it. This is going to be a trick we're going to use. We're going to hit Finish Sketch. Now when we go Dimension, we're going to select this line and this line. We're going to try to do the angle. So we may have to do this 1 or 2 times. Got to get the angle like that. See how I zoomed in? We're going to do that again. So I'm going to go to Dimension. I'm not going to click on any of the green dots. I'm going to click on the line. I'm going to click here, and you see how it has that angle thing? I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to put the angle in. Click that OK. Now we have a problem here between the line and that. I need to fill that in. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So I might have to go back to the sketch and make an additional line off of this. Just see if I can connect it, which I can. So that's the most difficult one. After that, I just have to go match up all of these. So I need inside, inside, outside, inside, inside. So we're going to do inside.
Put them on the table. Let's go.
Oh, don't want symbols.
And then you come upstairs with me.
Inside.
Hey, come on, keep going.
Watch those green spots. Inside.
Put the rest away. Right now, leave them there.
We're going to go with outside. We're going to go with inside. We're going to go with inside. And then I believe that is it. Then we have to go add in text. So I'm going to start like this. And I'm actually only going to do this once. I'm not going to do the parentheses, I'm just going to do the letter. So we'll see how an A looks. And that looks fine. So we're going to drop the A here. And then I will copy. I'm going to copy the A. So we're going to copy, and then we're going to paste it, hopefully. And I hopefully am going to be able to move this to all the spots where I want letters. So I'm going to move it to every spot where I want a letter by pasting, and then I can go in and look at where it is on that drawing. So like the B is down here, double click, make it into a B, go up here, make that into a C, C was on top, and add the C on top. We got the D down here. We got the E over here. Got an E over here. we got an F down here. And we got a G right here. So that is everything. And then the last thing is we need this information in here. So we're actually going to make a chart. We need 2 columns and 6 rows. You can bring the chart up here. And you can edit what the columns are called, all that good stuff. So you do AB, BC, CD, DE, EF, FG. And that should take care of that. And then you just got to go in and add the values. 2.85, 3.09, 1.93, 8.21, 5.53, and 6.35. We're going to hit apply with that. We can change this stuff, like we can call it values, and hit apply. We got column 1, column 2, these are your values. So in here we can center this up a little bit better. Actually, we're not going to do that because then we have to move all the letters. You might want to, in your drawing, center it up a little better. I was actually pretty bad on this. And then put the value chart over here. So if I was to do this again, I'd take this and move the whole thing. Hopefully did not come together. But that's what I'd do. I'd move the whole thing. You do want to avoid some stuff. You want to make sure the 85 has the arrows. Everything else looks pretty good. So that is how to draw 4.3. Okay, so